Welcome back to our channel. I'm your host, and today we have a pressing story to discuss. New York City has just experienced one of its wettest days in decades, with torrential rains causing severe flooding and disruption across the city. We'll dive into the details, explore the role of climate change, and discuss the ongoing recovery efforts. Record-breaking rainfall, flooded subway stations, stranded vehicles, and power outages. These were just some of the scenes that unfolded in New York City as it grappled with a deluge of rain. The storm's impact was significant, even leading to the evacuation of a Brooklyn hospital. It's a stark reminder of the challenges cities face in the era of climate change. Now let's break down the key points of this event. The intense rainfall. The city that never sleeps was inundated by an unprecedented downpour. Between midnight and the afternoon, parts of New York City experienced a relentless onslaught of rain, with rates reaching an astonishing 2 inches per hour. Central Park, a symbol of tranquility in the heart of Manhattan, found itself transformed into a waterlogged landscape, receiving more than 5 inches of precipitation. But the real headline grabber was John F. Kennedy International Airport, which etched its name into the record books with a jaw-dropping 8.65 inches of rainfall in a single day. To put this meteorological marvel in perspective, this deluge surpassed the previous September record set during Hurricane Donna in 1960. It was as if Mother Nature had unleashed her fury, testing the resilience of the city's infrastructure and pushing it to its limits. As the heavens opened up, the streets turned into rivers, overwhelming an already saturated ground from previous rain events. Storm drains struggled to swallow the torrential flow, and subway pumps labored tirelessly to keep the underground arteries from being completely submerged. Climate change and extreme rainfall. Now let's dig deeper into the science behind these intense rainfall events and their connection to climate change. Climate change, driven by the warming of our planet, is fundamentally altering our weather patterns. As the atmosphere heats up, it can hold more moisture. This surplus moisture acts as fuel for storms, transforming them into formidable rain-producing machines. Picture the atmosphere as a sponge. As it warms, it can absorb and hold more water, much like a sponge soaking up liquid. This extra moisture becomes the raw material for rain, creating the perfect recipe for extreme rainfall events. In the northeastern United States, including New York, the impact of climate change on rainfall patterns is undeniable. Since 1958, there has been a staggering 55% increase in the amount of rain during the heaviest 1% of rain events. What's even more striking is that the most significant increases have occurred since 1996. It's a trend that can't be ignored. The Northeast is experiencing more frequent and more intense rainstorms, a pattern consistent with the consequences of a warming planet. With this understanding of how climate change is shaping our weather, we turn our attention to the immediate aftermath of the recent deluge and the resilience of New Yorkers in the face of adversity. Impact and response. Now let's delve into the impact and the response to this severe weather event. The memories of Hurricane Ida's deadly flooding 2 years ago were still fresh in the minds of many New Yorkers as this storm rolled in. However, unlike Ida, this time there were no reported fatalities or severe injuries. The early warnings issued by authorities and the timely evacuations that followed played a pivotal role in averting what could have been a potentially life-threatening situation. Governor Kathy Hochul underscored the gravity of the situation, highlighting the sheer volume of rainfall and drawing parallels to the destructive force of Hurricane Ida. She commended the resilience and swift response of the community in the face of adversity. While the challenges were immense, the collective efforts of first responders and the cooperation of New Yorkers demonstrated the strength of the community during times of crisis. Let's turn our attention to the critical role climate change plays in these intense rainfall events and what lies ahead as we grapple with the changing climate. Recovery and ongoing efforts. Now, as New York City embarks on the road to recovery, what are the ongoing efforts and challenges ahead? The aftermath of the deluge has left city officials with the formidable task of assessing the extent of the damage caused by the widespread flooding. While some areas experienced basement flooding, the coordinated effort ensured that occupants were evacuated safely from those affected spaces. However, a significant challenge arose when a power outage struck a Brooklyn hospital. This unforeseen event necessitated the evacuation of patients, shining a spotlight on the intricate and often unpredictable challenges that emerge in the wake of a major storm. It's a stark reminder that beyond the immediate impacts of rainfall, there are complex and interconnected challenges to navigate as the city regains its footing. One crucial takeaway from this event is the pressing need to enhance the city's infrastructure. New York's aging systems were designed to handle lower rainfall rates, and they are ill-equipped to cope with the changing climate, where more frequent and severe storms are becoming the new normal. With a focus on building resilience and adapting to the evolving climate, we turn our attention to what lies ahead for New York City and its residents. The way forward. What lies on the horizon for New York City and other susceptible regions grappling with these challenges? The path forward demands a focus on climate resilience, a set of critical measures designed to fortify communities against the mounting threats posed by extreme weather. These measures encompass a range of strategies from bolstering drainage systems to implementing early warning systems. Additionally, infrastructure upgrades are imperative to ensure that cities can withstand the increasing intensity of storms. Governor Hochul's statement that the storm will pass serves as a poignant reminder that while these weather events may be temporary, their consequences can be lasting. To thrive in a changing climate, communities must adapt and prepare for the ever-growing specter of extreme weather. In the face of these challenges, New York City and others like it must forge a path toward resilience and ensure that they are well prepared for the storms that lie ahead. Conclusion. In conclusion, New York City's recent encounter with record rainfall underscores the urgency of addressing climate change and its consequences. It also highlights the resilience of communities and the importance of preparedness and infrastructure upgrades. That's all for today's special report. We hope you found this deep dive into the New York City rain event informative. Stay tuned for more updates on climate-related stories and their impact on our world. Don't forget to like, share,